For the first time ever, the annual Kennedy Center Honors Ceremony wasn't just attended by a president, it was hosted by one. And let me tell you, I'd be more surprised if Trump didn't choose himself to MC this event.
This is the greatest evening in the history of the Kennedy Center.
And predictably, the left spared no time pouncing on this, simply because Trump was involved.
I'm sure they'll give me great reviews, right? They'll say he was horrible, he was terrible. It was a horrible situation. No, we'll do fine.
If you're wondering what on earth they could be griping about this time, just know that if there's a will, there's a way, and complaining about Trump seems to be the only thing that they will do these days. So let's get into it.
If I can't beat out Jimmy Kimmel in terms of talent, then I don't think I should be president.
At the 2025 Kennedy Center Honors on Sunday night, President Trump honored musical artists Kiss, George Strait, and Gloria Gaynor, as well as actors Michael Crawford and Sylvester Stallone. Trump said that he was closely involved in choosing this year's honorees. Remember, Trump named Sylvester Stallone a special ambassador to Hollywood earlier this year, and he also loves to play music from Phantom of the Opera at public events.
We play a lot of that music. I mean, I go to places when we want background music. That's beautiful, it's great, everybody likes it.
A role originated by Michael Crawford on Broadway.
This thing is unbelievable. It didn't take long because the music is so good. Yes. Nothing like Phantom.
And the left's framing of the event was their typical Trump is solidifying his takeover of Washington take.
Trump Kennedy Center. Kennedy Center. I'm sorry.
And that's been the narrative ever since Trump began purging the Kennedy Center of its wasteful, DEI-focused programming months ago. For some context, the Kennedy Center has been just one of many battlegrounds for Democrats against Trump.
This building, this beautiful building, is going to be brought back to life. We've already started. And it'll be better than it was from day one.
Last month, Senate Democrats launched an investigation into the Kennedy Center for, quote, cronyism and corruption following Trump's takeover, saying that they lost millions in revenue for frivolous spending. Trump-appointed Kennedy Center President Richard Grenell rejected these claims with facts, stating that they raised $23 million in one night for honors alone and more than $130 million in just 10 months.
We raised a lot of money tonight, tremendous record numbers of dollars, a lot of money. And we've raised over $100 million over the last very short period of time. That's a lot of money.
Compare that to Biden's numbers.
They tried getting Biden to do this 4 years in a row. They tried getting him. He said, I don't think so. Would have been very interesting, though, wouldn't it? I would have watched.
Trump's Kennedy Center overhaul included scrapping a week of Pride Month events this past year, and the Democrats' response to this was actually so funny, straight out of an episode of Veep.
I also want to play the whole gay thing.
5 Senate Democrats hosted a guerrilla theater pride show in protest. Wow, that's so brave. And Broadway star Patti LuPone also called for the Kennedy Center to get blown up several times because of Trump's involvement. All I have to say to that is, cry about it.
I'm sorry.
But last night, the Democrat attacks seemed to lack substance. Like, what is this supposed to mean? Or take, for example, how they jumped on this year's medal redesign, which went from this to this. You tell me, honestly, which one you'd rather wear when being awarded this high honor. It just looks cleaner and classier, and to be quite honest, less gay.
Okay, I get that. I respect that. We'll keep it under the gaydar.
Some Democrats even decided to attack the honorees themselves, mocking the remaining members of Kiss and Stallone for their looks, rather than criticizing anything meaningful. When in doubt, go ad hominem, I guess. And of course, when the side of identity politics doesn't praise a black female artist like Gloria Gaynor, you know that they've lost the plot. But Trump didn't tiptoe around his critics either. His remarks included a few classic Trumpisms, and at one point he joked again about renaming the center after himself.
Do you think the center will eventually be named the Trump Kennedy Center?
I don't know. I hear that, but I don't know.
Or this.
Could you imagine next year maybe you're not hosting, but maybe you receiving the Kennedy Center honors?
That's an interesting one. I haven't thought of that. Yeah, I think I'm going to nominate myself for next year.
Or when he looked out at the audience and said that many of them were, quote, miserable, horrible people. But he added that you're persistent in that, comparing them to Rocky Balboa.
In the words of Rocky Balboa, they showed us that you keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward.
And that leads to the real takeaway. Despite the noise, despite the left's reaction, it was noticeably muted. Yeah, there was some online complaining and never Trump framing that we expect from the likes of the New York Times or the Daily Beast, but the volume was lower than expected and there was no viral meltdown. So what exactly is going on here? Are the Democrats finally experiencing outrage fatigue? Probably not. But the Kennedy Center honors just wasn't the hill that they're gonna die on. Last night's events showed something very simple. Kennedy Center Honors is a night to celebrate American culture, and the ones who ridiculed or ignored it outright hate Trump more than they love to celebrate American achievement and the arts. Did any of this surprise you about the Kennedy Center Honors?